Hi and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make plain Bran muffins. This was a recipe we used to make on the farm all the time, and I have a special secret to share with you, so stick with me. The ingredients that you will need will be 1 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of vegetable shortening, 1 egg, a dash of salt, a cup and a half of sour milk, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of bran, and 1 cup of flour. And optionally, you can also add either nuts or raisins. So let's get started. Preheat your oven to 325 and assemble all of your ingredients. Then you can either use a mixer to blend the ingredients, or you could do it by hand. I'm actually going to use my Mix Master for this recipe. First, mix the brown sugar and the shortening together until they're well blended. Now add in the egg and continue mixing it until it's creamy and smooth. And now for the secret that I mentioned at the beginning of the video. You might not always have sour milk in the house. So here's a trick that we did all the time. We never bought sour milk, we made it ourselves. The recipe calls for 1.5 cups. So take a measuring cup and measure in just below 1.5 cups of the milk. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make up the difference with vinegar. So that's probably about 2 tablespoons. Then what you're going to do is you're going to add in the teaspoon of baking soda to this mixture. And then just keep tapping the sides, and you'll notice it's making a different sound, and see how it's growing? So this is making the sour milk. It's kind of like when you were making a volcano when you were a kid, you would maybe use a similar trick. Okay, so there you have it, and then you just pour it into your mixture. And then mix it up with your, either by hand or with your mixer. And that's how you make homemade sour milk. After the sour milk is mixed in well, you can add the remaining ingredients one at a time. Next, you'll need to spoon the muffin batter into your muffin tins. You can either grease the muffin trays, or you can use muffin liners, which is what I'm going to use in this big muffin tin that I have. So you just scoop in some muffin batter and make it about 3/4 of the way up, no more, because you want to leave room for the muffins to actually expand, and you don't want them to spill over. You'll notice this batter is quite runny. That's okay. That's because we put the milk in there, but everything will be absorbed and they'll be nice and moist when we bake them. So, and as you notice, I did put raisins into this batch. You could have added walnuts or I guess pecans if you like. I guess you could also add some chopped up dates if you like dates, or just have them plain. They're good anyway that you serve them. I just happen to like raisins a lot, so I tend to often put raisins in mine. Depending on the size of the muffin tins that you've used and how much of the batter you've put into the muffin tins. This recipe can take, I'd say, anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes approximately to bake, average 15 to 20 minutes. So I've had the big muffin tray in for almost 20 minutes. And when I look at them, they look like they're getting firm. Still don't bounce back really quickly when I press my finger. So I'm going to move them up to the top and I'll give them another 4 to 5 minutes. And another trick that you can do is if you're not really sure if the muffin is done, you could just take a knife and poke it into the center. And if it comes back out with wet batter on it, then you know obviously it's not done. If it comes out dry, then the muffins are ready and you should take them out to cool. So we'll just keep an eye on this, and we should have them ready to sample in a few minutes. Time to check the muffins again. All right. Seem to be bouncing back pretty good. I'm going to do the knife check. Yep, it comes out dry. So those are ready to go on the cooling rack. And here we have it, the final product. Don't they look great? So easy to make, wholesome and delicious. You're going to love them. So let's have a little taste test. You can have them plain, or I like to put a little bit of butter on them. You could also drizzle them with some jam, and they just make a great treat or breakfast, dessert for your lunch or dinner, whatever you like. So let's give it a try. That's good. Reminds me of those days back on the farm when we used to do a lot of home baking. I hope you enjoy them. You've been listening to the Simple Living channel. My name's Lori, and if you like this video, I hope you give me a thumbs up. Have a great day, everybody, and enjoy your homemade muffins.